Hi, Zolty. Hello. How are you, Zolty? I'm alright. I haven't seen you in a while. What you up to this morning? I got a couple of friends that play BDO. You should come kill things with me, Zolty. Oh, why is Milo? Oh. I'm sorry, Zolty. Yeah, it's sad though. Yeah. You should come kill things with me, Zolty. I've got so many new tunes since the last time we played. I filled all my slots. I'm at 18. Pretty much. I have all the things. I have 4 tanks, 5 healers, and the rest is split between Mag and Stam DPS. I has all the things, Zolty. Sadly, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be gone for a while. Yeah, I'm moving, and I won't have internet right away, so I'm probably gonna be off for a few months. Yeah. So what do you do on Division 2? I've never played it. think this party knows where they're going. Like, they seem so lost. Like, I just have to keep fighting things by myself. I'm on a baby, a Stamplar, in City of Ass. I've missed you, Zolty. We need to play together sometime. I carry stuff now, Zolty. I'm like a little monster. Come a long way. Definitely no longer a little baby. Yeah, I'm closing in. I'm pretty close to 1000 CP. I'm getting there. I think I'm out. I can't tell because I'm under CP right now. I'm at like 980 or 990, somewhere in that realm. Keep forgetting that's my execute. Not used to this rotation. It's very different. Get butchered. Yeah, I've been playing, like, just kind of bouncing around between tanks, healers, and DPS. Just whatever suits my fancy. I actually haven't been playing with Stitchy a whole lot. I saw him on a little bit ago. I just really, have been spending tons and tons of time with the new guild that I'm in. Well, it's not new anymore, but yeah, I've been spending a lot of time with them, just running trials and helping babies and doing the things I do. Apparently I still have the quest here. Oh yeah, because I'm a baby. Well, let's pick that up.
We built this city. Who can say for sure? That's my husband. He has his use. He was one of us. We built this city. That's my husband.
Why? That's pretty funny. You always make me laugh. You always do pretty creative kind of things. Not the run-of-the-mill stuff. Yeah, I was playing with Stitchy for a little bit, and then, like, just kind of took a break from the game, and then came back and just didn't really, like, reconnect with him. I'm usually kept pretty busy on here. Like, I'm surprised I'm actually being left alone this morning and not being harassed to go run, like, meta stuff. Like, I don't mind, but when it's just all the time, like, sometimes I just want to play the game. Yeah, like, I don't mind helping and stuff, but when it's just, like, back to back to back to back for days, and I don't even get to, like, do any of the things I want to do or need to do, it gets a little frustrating. And it's like, I've got multiple guilds, like, I'm an officer in, so there's, like, you know, commitment there, because I'll get people from the guilds asking me, can you help me with this, can you help me with that? And then I get people from outside the guild that just know my reputation, like, they'll come to me. So yeah, it's just frustrating sometimes. Mm-hmm.
Your hide will make a wonderful rug for the mercenaries. Surrender and I'll devour you quickly.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get the rotation down a little bit better with this. Like, I'm still used to some of the other rotations I have for stam tunes. Like, I keep trying to do that, and it's not set up like my other ones. I honestly think, like, one of the most complicated ones I made was my Necro Healer. Their rotation is kind of ridiculous. And then I was talking to somebody and they're like, well, I don't even have a rotation for my healer. And, like, I get that because I'm like that on most of my healers. It's just very reactive, and, like, intuitive. But with the stam, or the, Necro Healer, like, there's certain things that have to happen for it to, like, get the kind of performance I need out of it. And so yeah, there's definitely got to be a little bit of a rotation with that.
Thought I would be more satisfied at his death. Guess it won't bring back those
I'll
he's
give him a
killed.
GG. GG. There's some shards. Give me my skill point. I gotta see the merchant. Yeah, I've got all my slots filled now, so I have no room to make any new characters. I don't know what I'm gonna do if they ever release a new class. I'm gonna have to delete something I worked really hard on, which is gonna stink. I would hope so. Something to that effect. I mean, it's not like they're gonna have any kind of new class coming within the next year. You know what I mean? It would probably be like 2 years at minimum before they did anything like that. So I think I'm safe for now. But I get so attached to my tunes, it's like I can't imagine having to delete any of them. I haven't seen Poofs and Shoes forever. I need your help with something, Zolty. The controller, and it unplugged on me. I need to learn how to ledger main farm. How to ledger main farm? Well, I mean, how to make money at it, because there's some people that seem to make good money at it. Like the Friar Tuck thing that you had going on. Because I'm willing to sacrifice a tune to make some gold. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. What if you were super sneaky? So, like, do you sell the stuff, or do you just, is it like the gold that you pick up off? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I had a friend try it, but like, isn't there like a cap on how much you can sell to the fence per day? Okay. Yeah, because I've had that happen. Like, I've been making good money crafting, but I've been spending it just as fast as I've been making it. Like, unfortunately, again, that comes back to, like, helping people out and stuff like that. Um, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then everybody always thinks I have, like, all kinds of money, like, rolling in the bank, and I'm like, I have, like, ridiculous amount of tunes, I do housing, I do this, I do that, like, I never have money. Like, half my tunes are lucky if they can have the money to travel somewhere. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, so, yeah, I just wanted to find a way to come up with some gold other than just going out and grinding and farming and selling things. Yeah, I've been making pretty good money at that, though. Yeah, especially when you're in a pinch. Yeah, the tune I would probably do it on is a Khajiit Templar. Because I made 2 Templar healers. Which I don't need 2 Templar healers. I have a Warden, I have a Necro. I'm working on a Sork right now. The 2 I have the most of are Wardens and Necros, and I have 4 apiece. I have, on both of those, I have a tank, a healer, a stam DPS, and a mag DPS. So that's 8 tunes right there. I did make sure I have one of every race.
I didn't think in time.
I'm beside myself. You truly believe you've won. I didn't expect our little friends there to
Oh,
kill
okay. I guess I'm going
but
to
I
heal.
stand corrected. All this trouble because of one Mercenary woman. You are Gilren of the Whisper Grove, are you not?
I am. Are you Mehrunes Dagon?
It was you who rallied this peasant village to contend with me. Fascinating that a mortal could be so troublesome. I need a replacement for your Earthas. Come, meet with me, and I will close this gate. Spare your people.
Yeah. I did make sure I have one of every race.
I think
Salty.
I have little choice. Tell the others to get us.
The Wood Elves are actually some of my favorites. They're so small and ducky and darty. What do you have against Wood Elves? What did Wood Elves ever do to you? My Necro tank is a Nord. That's my only Nord. My Necro Mag DPS is my Dark Elf. I have two Khajiits, the Templar, which is a Templar, Mag Templar healer. And then my Stam Blade is a Khajiit. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I am. Mine's around 90k when it goes into Goliath.
It's been different.
Yeah, that's what I took was the aura. I went super heavy on resists, which is why I made it a Nord. Yeah, like I'm way over the cap, but it's very tanky. Very tanky. The only problem I'm having with it is the heals. Like, I don't know how to get it to heal itself. Like, the... What do you call it? There's the one burst heal it has. It's, like, ridiculously expensive. So I don't know. Like, to heal myself back to full health, like, I have 24k mag, and it takes, like, 18k mag to heal myself from low health back to 100. Which is not good, because, like, if something hit you with a heavy attack, and you weren't blocking, like... And, like, the Mender is nice, but it's, you know what I mean? It's, like, every 2 seconds or 3 seconds. So it's just not fast enough to get you back up there. Uh... Did he make me switch for nothing? I'm gonna go run a dungeon then. Well, I was gonna... He made me switch to my healer, asked me to come heal. I gave him an axe, and I'm not getting anything back, so... I might as well run a dungeon while I'm here. Oh... He tricked me.
Trading company is one of my best.
Why are you running away?
My mouth.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a break from the game once I get there till I get internet set back up, and then... Yeah, and then when I come back I'm gonna hit things pretty hard. Like yeah, and right after that happens, I'll be gone.
I hear the Gold Coast Trading Company needs caravan guards.
Don't you have any heart at all?
You want to cry me a river? Go ahead. Maybe you can float out of Craglorn.
Yep. I've got my main DPS right now is bugged to where I'm in a phantom group. So I can't group with anybody on my main DPS. And it's been like that for a week and a half now. And they told me, like, basically, you're screwed till maintenance. And hopefully that fixes it, was Zoss's response to that. So yeah, I'm frustrated because I haven't been able to play my main DPS for a week and a half now, and it's also my crafter. So like when I'm crafting stuff for people, I can't group them and have them travel to me. That's just been a pain. Guessing this is 2 because there's nothing here. Elden Hollow 2, easy peasy. That's where we are, right? Or is this 1? I don't think this is 1. I gotta get some food on. Okay, kids. Let's go. Here's my tank. Is that my tank ahead of me? Yes, that's my tank. This one. Oh, this is gonna be way too easy. Maybe this is two. See ya. Don't die on me. Make me look bad. No, this is two. Horn. Sorry. Salty doesn't need to know. I'm over here calling Horn. I'm talking to you. Nope. You're not dying on me. I don't know. These guys are pretty squishy. And there is a lot of fire at the end of this dungeon. This may be a bad day. There's hella fire at the end of this dungeon, and these guys are really squishy. Like, they don't have a whole lot of burn, they're squishy. This may have a tragic ending, Zolty. I'll do what I can. Or... Sorry. command. Or swap. So, have you noticed when you've been playing like the last 2 weeks, controls are like super unresponsive at times? There's been definitely some funky stuff going on the past 2 weeks. I was doing Skyreach carries, and like, when I get to the last pull, when I hit my crit surge isn't going off. Like, I'm getting the animation for it, but it's not coming up on my buff debuff bar. And I'm not getting the effect of it. And it's happened multiple times over the last 2 weeks on different runs with different people. But it's always on that third pull. Like, the first pull I have no problem, the second pull I have no problem, the third pull, it's when it happens. And it's like messing people up, because you got people like paying for pots and paying for the runs, you know, and like they get 30 minutes on a pot. Normally I can do the run in about 4 or 5 minutes max, and like the end of the pull, the third pull, like it's not all coming at once, and it's like straggling in, and it's literally taking 7, 8, 9 minutes for the run because I have to wait for everything to come down there. So yeah, it's been really bad. No. Like, it's costing people money. Oh my god. This fear. Get off me with your fear. Yeah, can we burn some of these ads? Maybe. They've got really slow burn. Like, really slow burn. And they're squishy as shit. I bet you if I checked their CP, they probably shouldn't even be in here. I'm gonna see if I can't get them through it anyway. Alright, let's start lighting these things up. Like, I don't have enough stamp for all this spear nonsense. More DPS than my DPS. Burn it. Get the just burn it. Burn the boss, yo. That's an all A10 party. These have to be some PvPers or something. I have a Sork and a Templar DPS that are 810, and they've gotten 0 burn. I'm guessing they're PvPers needing that content done. Cause yeah, the burn is just really slow. Which, squishy with slow burn on that final boss with all that fire is not gonna be a good deal. Are we in or out? Can you guys pick a side? I guess I get to DPS and heal. I could have chose a better tune for that. I kinda am. I think I'm taking most of the fears and the hits. I don't know, Tank is tanking the main boss, at least. I'll give him that. He holds aggro on the mains. Not today. I'm gonna use like a million horns in this dungeon. Oh shit. Yo. Okay. Let's see how well I know mechanics now. Just gonna get my horn right off the bat. this DPS all of a sudden come from? Maybe they heard me, because they seem to have turned it up a notch. I think they heard me, Salty. Apparently they don't know where to go. I want to make sure I'm going the right way. Yeah, okay. Let's go, yo. A little backup would be lovely. Where are they? Oh, it's okay. I'll just fight it all on my own. Oh, they're back here. Go get them. Why are you letting me get hit for? Ooh, get the fuck away from him. Alright. Let's go, yo. Oh. Here we go. All the fire. All the fire, Zilty. I hope we have no vampires with us today. Because rest in peace if we do. Rest in peace, vampires. Horn or barrier? Horn or barrier? I'm able to keep my mag up, so we're gonna say barrier. Or I'm sorry, horn. Yeah, let's go horn. Horn. Ah, get it. Get it, kids. Do your thing. What? Fuck out of here, dragon. You trash, Bogdan. I got them big ass heals. Nothing you can do about it. They should have hard modded this. Kinda sad. Dear. Look at this dude spawning right up on me. How dare you? Bye, Bogdan. It's nice knowing you, sweetie.
Gargan, you live, yes? See to this once, brother. Akara will destroy Canonry Orneth's final altar, which sustains this realm. It is done.
Okay, I'll be right back, Salty. I gotta go grab some coffee. That was fun.
Are you a werewolf or a vampire?
still there, Zolty? Zolty. No, I'm all by myself. Alright. Let's get off the healer. Oh, Lordy. Gonna make some more coffee real quick. Okay. What do we want to do here? You need to go up the list first of all. With the healers. Hang out with the healers, Chicky. Alright. Let's go get baby grinded up. Not very exciting, but these are the things we gotta do. Be playing with my dude later tonight. Made him a baby macro. So I want to make sure the healer's sufficient enough that I can get him through whatever we need to get him get him leveled up. Like to be able to run dungeons with him and stuff. And I don't like running with baby healers. I like having my full skill sets. So right now I'm running this as a hybrid of DPS and healing, which she's got really good burn, a lot better burn than most of the DPS I'm getting put in with. This morning at level 20 people were calling me a carry, which I found pretty amusing. Level 20 carry. Alright. Let's check my charges. Okay. And let's go play. And while we do that, I'm gonna head over. No, not that. That. And I want my elk. Where's my elk? That's what I want. So yeah, we'll head over to Spellscar and just grind while we wait on dungeons. Being a healer shouldn't be all that long. Oh, excuse me. So let's see who's running out here. wanna go kick some butt? What's good? Oh, you're out here doing the quest. Look at you. Blunts and hose. Well, blunts and hose. Are you there? Hello? Oh, never mind. Gotta go. Sorry, blunts and hose. Emperor Taco. Make sure to get my thing out. What's good, blunts and hose? What's up, little homies? Let's go kill things. Ah. You with me? Alright, dude. Let's go get him. My bird, yo. What's wrong with you? Let's get someplace safe. Cork 8888. Banish cells. This place is gonna get stomped out. So when I hit 30, I'm gonna have to make a new gear set, because that's when the under 30 boost drops off. So right now I'm getting a massive boost, and it kind of doesn't matter how bad my gear is. Go get on. Oh, we got pulling? Hell yeah. Let's go. Where'd he go? Don't be scared, little homie. I got heals. Not bad for a healer.
You live.
I do, though I've seen better days. The High Lord's power has grown. He would not have been able to escape our predecessors as he has escaped us today. We need to go after him.
What delightful folly is this? The king have enlisted an outsider to face me? You fools have fallen so low!
I already hit that switch. Oh, he's delayed a dollar short. Let's go fight a boss, yo.
Your bravery, mortal. Turn back, or you'll tear the keeper's face.
doing back here, creep? Boom. Haha. Missed. So I'm running Haunting Curse instead of frags. Just because I love when things go boom. Frags go boom too, but I like being able to toss Daedric Curse out and fire and forget. Especially because I'm a healer. And rather than paying attention to frag procs, I can pay attention to HPs and make sure people aren't dying. So it's just easier to be able to drop Daedric Curse as a DPS when healing is my main responsibility. Like that right there. Wait for the second explosion. Boom. Don't need to recast it because everything's dead. Come up here, put on some regen. Curse is already out. There's the first explosion. There's nothing near it for the second, so I'm going to recast. I have really, really good sustain right now. So I have no problem just dumping heals, dumping DPS, whatever I need to do. Let's go kill things. Put a curse up here, draw them all into the curse. Drop some liquid lightning up in there. We're gonna get heals back going, because... Well, it got hairy for a second, but the group showed up and wrecked things. Got really strong heals, so a lot of times I'm able to dump that regen, dump some combat prayer, and then go back to DPS. I'm running my bird on both bars, so even when I'm on my DPS bar, I have burst heals, which is my standard setup on a healer. No matter what I'm running on, front bar and back bar, I always have my burst heal on both bars. The, as they like to call it, oh shit heal. With my sustain, I can run it pretty regular though and burst away. Let them finish him off. Let's go get a boss. Some bitch ass. Come on out. Hoping he doesn't tank him up top. Yeah, he's gonna tank him right by the orbs. Oh well. We're just gonna burn everything. So, I was kind of hanging out in the healing bar just to see how they handled the fire. They seem to be okay. Drop that. Come back and drop my ult. And now come back and just DPS this fool. Put some liquid lightning down so they can get the buff off it. Go back to my bar, combat prayer. Let's give me a boost, give them a boost. Now we're gonna come in and just hit this fool hard. Bombs on him. Bang.
Haven't you noticed that the pact I made protects me from death?
Ignore his words, keepers. Begin the separation.
I'm not confident this will work, Sirion. What are you lot doing? Oh, I do so love to see magic. Is that what this is? This isn't as grand as the spells I learned from the Daedra. But I don't expect much from mortal all. Remember, children,
Yeah, when I'm straight
you're never
DPS, I can pay
truly
attention
here
to
on
the
your
frag
own,
procs, but when I have to
not
watch
when the
people's
Daedra
HPs,
fight.
it's a little harder to watch for the
Perhaps
frags.
you'd fare better if you had Daedra on
I
your
mean, as long as you're doing what you need to do, you're gonna get regular procs,
His
but
madness
still,
smears delirium. Ignore him,
sometimes
keepers.
just with lag
Find
or
the High
an
King
issue
Lord.
like that, I can be a little off in my weaving, and I might not be getting the procs.
my, it looks like you've won.
And there's definitely been, the last 2 weeks have been pretty rough with the server. A lot of lag issues and just a lot of issues in general going on.
He shouldn't be able to achieve
So on my
coherent
DPS orc, I can actually pay attention to it a little more and actually watch for the proc. But yeah, on the healer, my eyes are up on the top left of the screen a lot. My eyes are focused on the blue health bars, which I always make sure I have on all my tunes so I can see what's going on. So yeah, I'm watching those two things, and it's kind of hard to look down there at the bottom to see if frags are up or not. And it's just easier to dump that Daedric Curse. Even though I would get more DPS out of the frags, it just simplifies the rotation so I can focus on healing when need be. That group was pretty good. I'm pretty sure they're all CP. They were able to take that pretty well. Even the fire. No, he's only a 148, but he must have a pretty decent build, because they all took that fire pretty well. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Go queue for another. And just bang out dungeons. I forgot to pick up my scrolls off my other tune, and I only have one 150 left. I don't want to run it till it starts getting really tough up in the high 40s. When I start getting close to 50, that's when I'll pop that 150. And when I do it, I'm probably just gonna straight grind, no dungeons, and just go for max XP per hour for that 1 hour of 150. Probably pop it, I would say, around 44. And if I don't hit 50 from 44, I'll be really, really close. But yeah, in that 1 hour, if I just stay steady grinding. And the other thing that's going to affect that is how many people are out there. So I got to be a little careful. I don't want a lot of people out in my grinding areas. When I pop that, it'll drop the XP. Alright, I'm queued up. So we're gonna kind of sneak around here, see if we're there. I see somebody out there. Let's go get them. I think now I'm heals. That means we can go bust some stuff. Drop the bomb. Drop some of that. Use that ignite. And we're gonna go over the heal bar. Get my mag back. Drop a new bomb because I heard it go off twice. And he walked right into it. He's standing right on top of it. It's gonna go off again. Apparently not. I don't know why it didn't go off that second time. Normally, even on a dead body, it goes off. It might have just not made the audible cue. Drop heals on him. Hit him with a little bit of combat prayer. Liquid lightning. Drop the bomb up in group. Boom. Got big heals for you. And we're gonna hit you with combat prayer. Where'd you go? Dungeon's up. Oh, I didn't get to get out of that spot, so when I come back out, I'm probably gonna have to fight. And apparently we're gonna do Banish Cells 1 again. I might have a full set of Sanctuary before I even hit 30. Unfortunately, I wouldn't wear it unless it was all training. That would be kind of cool, though, to have my little orbs as level 30. Let's see what this group's all about. We're gonna go right in. So he's taking the quest. Let's take a look at the group composition. Ooh, we're all babies. This is a total baby run. I'm pretty sure at least a couple of them have some higher level tunes, because DPS is pretty good, so they're not brand new players. Don't recognize the names. Drop that bomb up in there, liquid lightning. Give him some regen. Bomb up in group. Pull him right into it. Taste of that big kid life. Straight up into the boss. See if they follow, or they stay back and fight the one ad. Been having a problem with that lately. Yeah. On my tank, they're just hanging back and literally fighting one ad. While I'm god pulling dungeons. Yeah, it took them a hot minute to get over here. Bombs back up in group. Some liquid lightning. I'm gonna get some magic back. Alright, so homie there is a little squishy, our tank. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him. So I'm running negate on the back bar with the healing morph. Bomb right in the middle. There's one. Some liquid lightning. I thought I was on my back bar that time. Yeah, I've really been wanting a Sork healer for a while now. I've got my Templar, I've got my new Warden, I've got my Necro.
What delightful folly is this? The keepers have enlisted an outsider to make
And I just, yeah, I really, really wanted a Sork. I have the Sork DPS, and it's not that hard to run it as a healer, but I really don't want to have to switch back and forth. I want to be able to commit CP and commit everything to a dedicated Sork healer. I also did a couple things different with this than I did with my Sork DPS. Sork DPS is a high elf. This healer, most of my healers are Bretons. This one is actually a wood elf. I know it's not meta, but I have my purpose and my reasons, which will be revealed later on when I actually close it on 50. I'm gonna drop the ult, say goodnight, put some liquid lightning down. Drop the bomb and just go to town. Big burst heal. Liquid lightning. Bomb up in there. I'm just gonna burn this dude. He's an easy burn. Let's get a combat prayer. It was already over. Alright. So the Wood Elf is going to allow me to do some things that I kind of learned from my High Elf. based on the limitations of the high elf, I realized that there was things that could be exploited with a wood elf mag tune, particularly in a Sork. So it's gonna be really fun, because it's very non-meta. And a lot of my tunes are meta. Some of them started out as non-meta, and then I changed them to meta. Maybe not purely meta. Kind of a lot of times in that fringe gray area where I can still get it into trials, but it's not, get that bomb on them. We're gonna go ahead and drop the ult. Hopefully they hold them still. Saw somebody took some damage, so we're gonna drop the big heal. And we're just gonna go into burn mode, combat prayer, that gives me and them a boost.
I see her. Let's hope she lives. We'll meet her before the day is done.
I need to recover some mag anyway, so we're just gonna chill here while they pull. Get that bomb up in there. Some liquid lightning. Put the regen on them. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this is gonna perform at higher, like, bit dungeon content. There are some really interesting things I'm gonna take advantage of. And I have a feeling she's gonna do very well. I'm pretty sure she'll end up being kind of a carry tune. My Sork DPS is definitely a carry. So, I would like to have a healer that does the same. So I don't like that I don't have shards. Eventually I'll have the orbs. Not having a way to give people back resources. I'm not a fan of that, but there are other things I'm very much a fan of. So Sork is about the only healer that can actually heal behind them. Templar used to be able to do it, and then they restricted it to a 180-degree plane out in front of them. And the person I was talking about earlier that I'm gonna be helping level later tonight, they tend to play very ranged and often play back behind my healers. And I've told them not to do that a number of times because they end up getting killed. That's their playstyle there, and so I would like to be able to heal back behind me. I can see their HP up on the left, so I don't have to have visual contact to watch their HP. And being able to throw that heal back behind me is a lovely thing. Take that regen. I'm gonna hit him with combat prayer just for the resist. It'll give him offensive bonus too, but mostly I want them to have that resist right now. Especially because that tank is a little bit on the squishier side. And we're gonna hit him with combat prayer again because the fire's coming. I'm gonna drop ult on him. Use So there's negate with the heal. That took care of the fire. That takes care of the healing. It's about to come off, so drop another. And we're gonna go to the back bar and just DPS now. There's more fire. Let's drop some heals. Just burn.
Haven't you noticed that the pact I made protects me from death?
Ignore his words, keepers. Begin the separation.
I'm not confident this will work, Sirion.
I think I'm gonna log out and go back to the other tune and get the scrolls. I'd like to be able to go out and grind and dungeon and get some more levels. Would really like to get to 30 and re-gear her. We're gonna go ahead and log, and when I come back she'll be out.
His madness nears delirium. Ignore him, keepers. Find the High King Lord.
By the light Imperium, the keepers of
Yeah, I've got a couple tunes coming down the pipeline. I'm really excited to see them get to CP. Have the Stamplar. That seems like a very fun tune. Very promising. I also have another Templar, which is a tank, and that's Paladin Goddess here. What I'm going for with her is I want a tank that can basically run 3 DPS, and I want the tank to be able to fill both the tank role and the healer role. So literally gonna build her as a paladin. Paladin excels at both of those and is a good combination of those. Paladins aren't pure tanks, they are part healer, part tank, and that's what this tune is gonna be. So basically when I take 3 DPS into a dungeon, I'll be able to hold aggro, take the hits, and also make sure I'm keeping them alive with heals. And that's what this tune is meant to do, is to be able to take 3 DPS into content, burn it faster, and be able to fill 2 of the roles to give us that extra DPS. So I'm very excited about this particular tank. It's another one that I've been wanting to do for a while and just haven't gotten around to it. That's the healer we just saw and we talked about. And then down here we have the Stamplar. I don't think she's gonna be anything extra like the tank that I'm working on or the healer that I'm working on. She's gonna be pretty meta. Orc, Stam. So yeah, pretty meta tune. She's gonna be built PvE, but I definitely want to see what she's capable of in the PvP aspect. One of the tunes that surprised me was this one. She's completely built PvE, and she is running around with all kinds of PvP titles right now. Really nasty in PvP, and it's unexpected because she's built very PvE. Built for critting. Critting's not the best in PvP, but she just dominates people in PvP. She's a very nasty tune to deal with. I've talked about her on stream before. I've talked about some of the reasons I built her, why I built her, how I built her, and she was built for very specific functions. And basically when people started challenging me to duels, I learned that those functions that she was built for gave her a very, very serious advantage over people. Literally, she just started winning duel after duel after duel, and it got to the point where one day I was at the guild hall, and one of our members was, you know, a very, very into PvP, 5-star general, former emperor, all that good stuff. And he had challenged a couple people to best of threes. And, you know, he did what he did and just stomped all over him. And I was originally on a different tune, and I said, you know, I have a tune that I think might give you a run for your money. So he said, okay, and I went and jumped on her, and I came in, and literally it 2 matches in a row, just immediate, put him down. And that was kind of when I realized, like, okay, she might be able to PvP, because normally I don't do PvP. So I started taking her into BGs and Cyrodiil and all that kind of good stuff, and yeah, she just was owning people. So very, very, very fun tune, PvP and PvE. Some of my other tunes, this is a very meta healer. This is a non-meta warden healer. She can go meta very quickly. But yeah, she's running sets that are not meta. And it's been very effective. Very effective. Here we have a necro healer. She's got a very unique rotation. These two don't really have rotations. They're very reactive to what's going on. With this one, I had to do a rotation. And that was to take advantage of some of the things with Necro. And she can be very effective. I haven't quite got her rotation down yet. I made a very complicated rotation for her. So I'm getting there with her, but she's not to the point where I feel comfortable, like, in trials. Like, I'll go into a trial with her, but I just don't feel comfortable yet. Getting there, though. This one is a crit Templar. Like I said, this one's the meta Templar, and then this one is a crit Templar. Purely based around crit heals. We already know what that is. So this is my standard meta DK. This is my meta Warden. And then we have a kind of, like I said, I have some that are gray area. This would be a gray area Necro Tank. We talked about that one. This is my... It had been my main DPS. It's a Mag Warden. It's also my Crafter tune. So, for the past week and a half, I haven't been able to play her because she can't group. There was an issue where I left a group and I'm now what Zos calls phantom grouped. To where it doesn't show me on my screen at all in a group, but when people try to group me, it tells them I'm in a group, or when I try to invite people to a group, it tells me that they failed to join. So I haven't been able to do anything with her for like a week and a half, and it's been very disappointing. This is my carry, Magsork, and yeah, she is definitely a carry tune. And this is my Necro, my Mag Necro. Very fun tune to play. I don't feel she's effective single target. I know they say, like, Necros have the highest potential, and I don't know what exactly I'm doing wrong with her, but AoE-wise, she's a monster. Killing trash, she's a beast, but when it comes to single target, she's really lacking. I've even tried to run like spell strategist on her to up her single target, and it's just not like she's just feels weak single target. This is a Mag DK. This one is just a fun tune to play. Hands down, just a fun tune to play. Just so much fire. All the fire. And this one is going to be a Mag Blade. I haven't messed around with this one too much yet, but it seems promising. It seems fun. I think it's going to be more of a tune I'm going to be playing with in Cyrodiil. While it's quite capable of dungeoning, it just, you know, I know Nightblades are the dual masters and specialists at PvP, so I just have a feeling I'm going to end up with her in Cyrodiil a lot. This is my Stamcrow. I've had some issues with her. I've had a couple things I've tried with her. I'm probably going to revert back to what I originally ran on her. It seemed to work the best. This is my Stamblade. Homage to Oblivion with the Grey Fox. And then we're back down to the bottom of the list. So these are my toys. And each one is built very differently and does very different, unique things. Which is nice when I'm in a group and it's kind of missing something or struggling. I can just go swap tunes and bring that missing piece to the group. I really enjoy being able to do that and kind of fill whatever's missing from a group. So right now, let's go. Who do we want to mess with? I said I wanted to go get those scrolls, so they're going to be on this tune. And I'll be right back grabbing coffee. So my poor tune got beat up while I was AFK. It happens. We're gonna get up here, go someplace safe. I probably should have checked that before I went AFK. It's all good though. Whip out my banker. We're gonna take some scrolls off this one so I can run them on the healer. Oh, I gotta take them out my inventory first. We'll take 3 of those too. And no, you don't have them. They must be on the paladin. So let's go ahead and split that. 3 and 3. Go back to the bank. Deposit. Deposit 3 of those and 3 of those. Alright. Log out, switch tunes. Okay, back to the healer. She's gonna be up with my healers. So healers at the top, that's my main. Tanks come behind that, and then DPS is down at the bottom. It's not that I'm terrible at DPS, it's just healers are what I have played in MMOs for 20 years mostly. Tanking kind of came behind that, and then DPS was kind of the last thing I learned. It's been kind of the same in ESO too. Started on, well, the first tune I made was a Sork, which I still have. That's the Destruction Goddess. Was my original tune. I only got her to like level 20 though, and then switched over and made a my main healer, which is Heals Goddess. And then Heals Goddess took it the rest of the way pretty much. That is my main. It's what I excel at. It's what I've really made a name for myself as in this game. Tanking, I don't do horrible, but I'm not... I know far better tanks than me. That's not where I truly excel. DPS, I'm kind of middle of the road. Not extremely crazy DPS, but I definitely have a lot more burn than most of the player base. So all around, I'm a pretty good player on here, but healing, I'm definitely a standout. That is my thing. It's been my thing for 20 years. Coming into ESO and healing was very natural. There was obviously some things unique to ESO that I had to pick up. But for the most part, healing is healing. And it is truly where I shine. I do a number of things with healers that are just not conventional. Often people see me doing it and then imitate. I see people after start doing some of the same things that I've done. some pretty interesting things. Things that are different, that are very outside the meta, but are very effective. I've gotten in arguments with people in this game over healing, which is common to MMOs. But there's things that people aren't getting. And I don't blame them. I have people that, you know, their main is DPS and they don't really run healers. And they're trying to tell me how to run a healer, and it's... I can appreciate the input from a DPS on, like, what I can do better for you. But there's things I know I can do as a healer that a DPS may not understand. Just like there's things that a DPS can do for me as a healer that I may not understand. There's people who hit a lot higher numbers on parses than I do, and yeah, there's things they can do for me that I'm not gonna get. It's not my realm, it's not my forte. I could possibly learn, but I spend most of my time playing healers. So we've got our pots, got our scrolls. Are they on my bar now? No. So let's get them up there. Put those there. Put those there. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop a 2-hour 50%. We're queued up. We're gonna see if we can't find somebody to kill some things with. Yeah, I really would like to hit a minimum of 30 with her and get a level 30 set on her. At that point, I'll switch over to my crafter. I'm probably gonna run the same sets. So what's pretty standard for me on DPS or any kind of mag DPS or a mag healer. Let's see. So of course we have Juliana's. It's going to give us our crit, our damage. A lot of people don't realize the spell damage actually affects your heals and how big they are. So it's effective on a DPS as well as a healer. The other set I run is, so I run a damage crit set. And then I run Seducer, which is a sustain set. And then instead of a monster helm and shoulders, because I'm obviously too low for that under CP, I run 2-piece Turogs, which gives me a little extra spell damage, which I'll take on a healer or a DPS. On a healer, it's going to make my heals a little more powerful, and on a DPS, it's going to allow me to do more damage. Alright, let's go play. So I apparently have more aggro than the tank. Things are grouping on me. So I have this random guy calling my phone again. He's been blowing it up for days now. I don't answer it. It's just super annoying. The other day at work, he literally just kept calling over. So, last Friday, last weekend. The last day I charged my phone was Friday. Literally Monday morning, without charging it all weekend, my phone was at 40%. Monday I went to work, and 4 hours into my shift, this guy had called non-stop for all 4 hours. Literally killed my battery. My battery was down to 40% in 4 hours after using up that same amount the entire weekend from Friday morning until Monday morning when I started charging it. So yeah, it was kind of really ticked me off. Cussed him out in private messages. I could block him. I don't like to block people though. I'm trying to be chill about it, and I've told him, I'm like, you're on the verge of, you know, I don't know. If you get blocked by me, you really deserve it. So Squishy there almost died. I had to pop that clutch heal. Let's get some burn on this thing before it does its little bubble. If it goes into the coil and they don't get out of it and it heals up, we're gonna, yeah, see, not gonna get out of it. It's gonna fully heal. So I'm gonna put the Atro down right after this and then just go full burn. Building up my mag. Here we go. Atro. There's some heals for him. Drop the liquid lightning. Put the bomb on it and just gas pedal. Now we gotta kill it before it coils again because they don't know to get out of it. That was the second bomb, so we're gonna put the bomb back on. It's dead. Boom. It is nice to have DPS on a healer sometimes, because sometimes the DPS is not competent, or they just don't have the burn. Being able to make up for that comes in handy. Especially in these lower level, normal dungeons. Vets is usually not too bad. Every now and then you'll get a group in vet that is incompetent, doesn't know what they're doing, doesn't have the burn. But for the most part, you get a lot of competent players in vet. So it's not so much of an issue there as it is in the normals. So normals, it's really nice to kind of have a front bar healing setup and a back bar DPS setup, just in case the DPS isn't all there. A lot of times you're going to get low-level players, don't know mechanics, don't know rotations, don't know how to burn. You'll have people sitting in the back with, you know, Night Blades or Stam Wardens or something to that effect, and literally just sitting there light attacking with the bow, not throwing skills, not doing anything. And that's not a very effective way to DPS at all. Here he is calling again. Alright. Get the heals up. Drop that liquid lightning. Got the bomb on it. So we're not gonna go full burn like we did on that snake boss, only because I don't have to worry about this thing healing. Squishy needs a heal. Drop that liquid lightning again. Oh, if my bar would swap. Thank you, Sauce, for the broken game. Please get that update on the way. Trying to get combat prayer on them. So now I got it on them and me. We're gonna start dropping stuff again here. And we're gonna go into the burn, drop the atro, and just finish it up. If my bar would swap. So again, I'm not running frags on this tune because its main responsibility is healing and not DPSing. The Daedric, the Haunting Curse, I should say, is the morph I have. Allows me to do some damage, not as much as frags, without having to pay as much attention as I would to the frags. I can basically come in, drop it up in a group, forget about it, drop some liquid lightning, put regen on people, drop some combat prayer, come back, start it over. Build up a little mag here. I could use my resto and get it fast, but I'm also trying to put out some DPS, so we're just gonna heavy attack with lightning. Tank needed a heal there. Those lurchers hit pretty hard. It's definitely handy playing all roles in this game. Playing as a tank has made me a much better healer. I understand what's going on with the tank. I understand some of the different mobs we're gonna come against. I understand what hits hard, what doesn't hit hard. Mechanics, where I can help a tank.
Deal with these trespassers.
Get that combat prayer, some liquid lightning, bombs on them. Haha, big bomb. Unfortunately for that mobby, they were standing right on top of the dead one that had the bomb. Put the bomb on that one. Drop that. There's that lurcher, so I'm gonna watch the tank. Get some regen on. Just in case I take a stun or anything. Give me a little bit of cushion. Pop that regen again. I don't think we'll need it on the snake. Snake is not a very hard hitter and burns easy. So for this one, I'm almost guaranteeing they're gonna go hide in the bubble. They don't need to. My heals are gonna be so OP, we can just stand on top of the boss and not worry about anything. I'm gonna hit him with some combat prayer. Put down some liquid lightning. And here's where they're gonna go hide. So I got 1, 2 going in the bubble. Tank's gonna stay out. I'm gonna stay out. Apparently tank has lost aggro. Is that my tank? No, it's one of the DPS. The tank has lost aggro here. I don't know what's up with that. There are some very specific little unique aggro issues in this dungeon. Especially on vet hard mode. And in the end boss, there's a very unique situation there that the tank has to deal with in order to not have the final boss chase down one of their DPS. Just go ahead and burn, get a heal. Pow. Done deal. Let's go turn the big knob. And get out of here. That was supposed to be a bar swap, but again, it didn't go off. Get these ads burnt off. Right on the boss. Put some regen on him. Drop that illustrious. And I can't claim that because my inventory's full. Put the bomb on you. So the other thing about the Haunting Curse, or the Daedric Curse, whichever morph you take, frags is going to be a single target, where the curse is an AoE if things are standing near whichever target you put it on. So a lot of times I try to pick out the one I think is going to be in the middle, and put it on that one, and try to catch as many of them with it as I can. Like we're going to put it on this big guy here. So this guy hits hard. He also does this right here, so we're going to be a little more in healer mode this fight. When he's not doing that green beam, I can come out of it and DPS a little bit. Again, bar swap didn't go off. Squishy needed a big heal there. I don't know why this tank is not aggroing. I'm guessing we have 3 DPS right now, which is fine. It just makes things a little more difficult though, because the DPS doesn't realize they have big heals and they can just stand their ground and they kite things around. Which unfortunately takes it out of AoEs and all that kind of good stuff. So, when that's happening, I try to go a little more single target. Squishy needed a heal. This fight should go fairly smooth. With no tank, I'm gonna expect a lot of running around. So most of the DPS I'm gonna do is gonna be single target, as opposed to dropping AoEs that aren't gonna land. We're gonna get out of the the water, even though I probably don't need to with my CP. Go ahead and set that off. I'm gonna get off the land into the water. I'm trying to keep my mag full just in case any of them get in trouble. I gotta hit my merchant really quick before people start leaving. I'm not worried about deconning for leveling crafting on this tune yet. I have a crafter. So that's something I can work on at will. Let's take our skill point. Take our level. We'll take the Deshaun treasure map. I've got 6 skill points, so we've leveled up some skills. I haven't checked it in a little bit, so I'd like to see what I can put some points into. My final bar, as this tune starts becoming a little more finished, it'll start being less DPS and more front bar healing, back bar support, crowd control. That's what we're gonna go for. I think Sork is very good at crowd control and support skills. So I'd like to take advantage of that. It's also very good at DPS. But being a healer, people expect certain things. This is a skill I would like to start working on. I haven't done much with dark magic. Having the negate on my bars helped me to start level that. There's my shield, so we're gonna want that. Surge we're gonna definitely want. Not worried about the overload yet. I haven't put a whole lot into destruction staff. That's gonna matter more after 30, which we're getting close to. We're 2 levels away. Undaunted, I'm trying to level pretty hard because I want my orbs. As a healer, that's kind of important. The Wood Elf skills. I'll take a poison resist, and I'll take some stam recovery. I know may seem odd to have a mag tune with a stam race, but I have my reasons. Okay. We're almost 28. I thought it said 28 on the other screen. I'm actually going to be taking a break, so I will be back later. Thank you all.